Hi, and welcome to the good side of crypto. I'm glad you guys are here. Today's kind of a different video. I wanted to ask a couple questions and answer them. I recently was watching someone I really admire on YouTube kind of go on a rant. And as I was listening to questions coming out of his mouth, I was writing them down because I was thinking of the answers as he was rattling these questions off, and I picked out just a few that I wanted to talk about. So, this is kind of maybe a spiritual, maybe a reassess your life type video. But if you're listening to it, you're probably meant to listen to it. So, let me just go with some of the questions. So, question number one is, where is your passion? And I would ask you, if you're watching this, where is your passion? I actually have started so many YouTube channels, real estate, marketing, fitness, bodybuilding, like all separate channels, right? One dedicated just for ClickFunnels, which is basically funneling people from a website into wherever you want them to go, right? And I've started YouTube channels for almost every client that I help in marketing. And I create a lot of the videos, they're screen records. And I just thought about that when he said that, because I don't know if you guys are in a place where you're doing something you're super passionate about right now, or you're thinking about making a change because what you're really passionate about, you're like too afraid to make that change and jump for it because maybe you're living the second rate goal that you have for your life because that's more achievable and it's more satisfactory to people around you. Or maybe it's just like, I don't even know where this is coming from. This is like what I was thinking while I was listening. And that one question popped in my head, like in a millisecond, like all this stuff was running through my head. And I was thinking, where is your passion? Are you doing what you are passionate about? And are you making money doing what you're passionate about? And what is it keeping you from doing what you are passionate about? And maybe you don't even know. Maybe you need to like go through a self-assessment or learn how to meditate, whatever. And the second question that like struck me was, do you believe that you should be happy in your job? And I was like, yes, I do. Yes, I do. A few years ago, I did a podcast. Well, it was a live stream, and someone asked me, how do you get so much done? And I said, because I only do the things that I enjoy doing. And when I do the things and I know this is going to like trigger a lot of people, because if you're like, oh, you only do what you enjoy doing. Well, sometimes people have to do things they don't enjoy in order to make money. I get that. I'm doing it now. Not right now. Right now, I'm doing what I actually love doing, right? What I really, really love actually is live stream interaction. And so I'm going to be doing more of that. But do you believe that you should be happy in your job? Yes, I do. Back to this, a couple years ago, someone asked on this live stream I was doing, how do you get so much done? And I said, because I only do the things that I love to do. And when I do the things I love to do, time flies, things go fast. It doesn't even feel like work. It's like I'm happy and I don't even realize it. It's like 10 years ago, I flew down to Arizona to potentially invest in this product. Thank God I didn't, right? I would have lost my money. But this guy did this whole speech while we were down there. And the speech was about finding your genius. And he just said this, he went on and on and on about it. But this one thing stuck with me. And that is, what is it that you could do all day long and not be physically or mentally exhausted? And literally at the end of the day, you're like, holy crap, time flew. I have so much more to do. There's so much I want to do. And you take a break anyway. It's like, what is it that you do that at the end of even 3 or 4 hours of doing it, you are so mentally and emotionally drained that you're like, I cannot do this anymore. That is what you should be outsourcing. And when he was like, what is your genius? And he said, before you answer that question, first I should say, this is what he says. First, I should say, what is it that you can do all day? And at the very end, if you did it all day, you are still energized. And that is your genius. And your genius in your mind might be something so frivolous and something that you think is nothing. Well, everyone can do this. No, everyone can't do it. Like, you have a genius thing that you do that you don't even think is important because it's so easy for you. And that's what I was thinking when he said, do you believe that you should be happy at your job? Yes, because if you're doing your genius and outsourcing everything else or finding other people or leveraging other people, leveraging other resources, then yes, you should be happy in your job. If you're not happy, go quit right now and find something that makes you happy. And only do the things you love and nothing else. That is a really hard thing to say because I know that we're doing things that we might not be completely passionate about that is required to make money. But think about it. The third thing would be, do you believe that money takes a lot of work to receive? Now, another trigger, no, I do not. Because if you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like work, first of all. If you're doing what you love, it does not feel like work. So basically, then you don't feel like you have to work hard for money. If I told you how many hours I spend at the computer, you'd be like, dang, you work hard. No, I don't, because I love it. And frankly, there's not enough hours in the day. It's not like 18 out of 24 hours. But there's so many things that are like amazing that I love to do. And I'm sure you're thinking about all these things that you love to do. And the question, do you believe money takes a lot of work? No, I've literally said over and over, and I get caught up in this too, but it's like work smarter, not harder. Of course, that's a cliche thing to say, but in all seriousness, okay, example, my son hires this electrician, hope he never sees this, and literally going on 3 weeks to finish a job that cost $1,000 that probably should have cost $3,500 and hasn't gotten paid 1 penny. This is off topic, but hasn't gotten paid 1 penny yet of this $995 that he charged for this per project thing, but has worked so weird, slow, 2 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours. Now, I'm not managing the project. Otherwise, the guy would have been gone. But the point is, he's working hard for that $1,000 coming up on Christmas. It's like, do you believe that you should work hard for your money? And my answer is no. But when this question was posed, he really meant, because of the circumstances this question was asked, he really meant that it does take a lot of work and a lot of time to build something great. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time to build something great. But people are in the instant gratification mindset that if it doesn't happen immediately, it's, that there's something wrong. But no, it does take a lot of work and a lot of time to build something great. But what I was thinking when he said it was, do you believe that it takes a lot of work to make money? No. Do you believe money takes a lot of work to receive? And the answer is no, I do not, because I believe that you can manifest anything instantly, within reason. That's a whole nother video. And there are ways to do that faster. And I don't believe that it takes a lot of, okay, fourth question, because I have like 10, but I'm only going to go do 4. If you like these videos, if you like anything that I'm saying or videos like this, comment below and I will do another one, because I literally wrote down 11 questions and I was just thinking about these 4 because I feel like we do need to think about these things. We do need to ponder these things, and we need to ask ourselves these questions. So the other one is, are you trying to build something right now? And maybe you don't. Maybe you're just like a W-2 employee, 9 to 5, or maybe you go into work. Maybe you work from home, but you're still 9 to 5. You're tracked, you're monitored, like be at your desk, right? Maybe you're not what I'm about to say, but are you trying to build something right now that you're trying to sell? Are you trying to sell? Are you trying to exit out of? Or are you trying to turn it over to other people? Like, what are you trying to build right now? Because many, many times, why I've started so many businesses is that I actually inspire people to create and start and get motivated and enthusiastic really good, really fast. That is like one thing I do well. But if I were to ask myself at the beginning of everything I start building, am I building this to sell? Am I building this to exit out of? Am I building it to turn over to others? Or am I building it to manage for the rest of my life? And actually, I do ask myself that now when I work with clients and they say, help me build this system in marketing or whatever. I'm like, what is your end goal for this product? Like, is this something that you're going to basically create and manage for the rest of whatever? Or are you building it to sell? And funny thing is, the last time I asked that question, which I never did that before, he said, I'm building it to sell off. And so my mindset of what to build was actually a little bit different. And the mentality, my systems that I created for him and helped him create were actually a little bit different. So what are you trying to build? I would love to hear what all the people who watch this video are trying to build in their life. Like, what are you building? I like to build things. I like to build channels. I like to build businesses. I like to build lifelong, life-changing content and systems and things that will leave a legacy, which is why I created Digital Millions Marketing, which is basically building a legacy. And so I guess you could say I am building a legacy of what, right? So a lot of times I ask myself a lot of these questions over and over to make sure that I am in alignment with what I love to do, what I want to do. And I guess it's just this listening to this person kind of rant inspired me to ask myself a lot of these questions again, because I don't think that we could ask enough. And if you like, and you have a thought of some other question that you ask yourself frequently, drop a comment. If you like this video and you want more and you want to hear the rest of the 11 things I wrote down, drop a comment. I'll do video number 2. But otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day.
The sun is shining. I knew it would. The world's a playground. I'm in the clouds. Let me show you what it's all about.